So today we're going to take a look at a scenario where civilization starts over. We're now on episode 23 of the series, and in the last episode we saw Azerbaijan split in half and the two sides went their own paths, which is respectable for now. We also saw Arabia and Tanzania expand into Africa, and we also saw more colonization of the New World as expected. So yeah, now let's get into the video. But first, we have to have our daily Japan update. And for our daily Japan update, the Teal team and the Indigo team are all going to collectively jump the Maroon country. And the Maroon country, I'd say, is the strongest out of the remaining Japanese states. And this guy, I could probably beat one of the other two guys on their own, but both at once, the country's toast. And the Teal team captures a major city of the Maroon team and another one. And the Indigo country blitzes and captures three major cities, cutting off the north of the Maroon country. And the Indigo country leaves the Teal country to occupy this land. And the leader of the Maroon country flees to the other city since the capital just got captured. But this city is going to siege on for a few years. But then they finally managed to capture it, folding the Maroon country. And in this peace treaty, we see, the Maroon country's gone. It is not allowed to exist as the Teal country and the Indigo country are occupying it. And that will be a pretty simple daily Japan update. The first thing that's going to happen right now is the Norwegian invasion of Sapmi. And Sapmi, they thought they were chill with their neighbors, except Sweden. And so they thought they didn't have to put a military force on their neighbors, except Sweden. And thus Sapmi was not prepared for this. And Norway manages to capture the capital of Sapmi, now working their way to this other major city and cutting off this area of Sapmi, capitulating. And Sweden sees this as an amazing opportunity to pounce on their neighbor, and they decide to invade into Sapmi, capturing this major city and this one, cutting off the coast of Sapmi, capturing another major city in the process. And Norway cuts off the coast of Sapmi, crippling the government. And eventually, Sapmi does not surrender, but it's just going to capitulate over to the invading forces. Now let's see how the division of Sapmi is going to turn out. And in this peace treaty, we see Sapmi is no more. They are divided by Norway and Sweden, with Norway getting the northern half and Sweden getting the southern half. And by the way, Sapmi is holdings in Svalbard, Greenland, and Iceland go over to Norway now. So Norway is a happy camper, while Sweden was hoping to gain a bit more land, so they're a bit angry about that. And Norway knows that Sweden is a hostile country, and they know that they are probably next on the chopping block after South Sweden. And because of that, Norway is going to join the Diamond Alliance. And Sweden is like, can you not? And Norway is like, get out. And Norway and Sweden are pretty angry at each other. But yeah. And unlike Sapmi, which is very anti-colonialist, Norway is actually going to do something about the Greenland colony. And the thing they're going to do about it is explore more of Greenland and plan to expand it. Of course, what did you think? That they were going to release? Heck no. those people would probably die instantly over here without help of a foreign country. So, Norway is going to explore more of Greenland, and they do so very efficiently, and the world is like, whoa, cool. And thus exploring, Norway expands, and they continue to explore. Whoa, I don't know why that happened, but they just continue to explore up north where it's freezing, and the people over here decide to just continue and they make it to Ellesmere Island, but they decide to not keep going. They just want to get out of there as fast as possible. Well, and they meet up with the exploring team down here, and with the help of some foreign nations, which by that I mean the Diamond Alliance helping out Norway, Norway manages to explore all of Greenland and annex all of it, because what other country was going to claim it? Because the only country that actually wants Greenland is Norway, since they are very pro-colonialism, unlike Sapmi. So, yeah, whoa, it zoomed in a lot there. I'm just filling in this little bits here and there. And yeah, Norway annexed Greenland, so cool. Next up, Wales and Scotland are going to finally annex their occupied zones. Nobody knows why they decided to hold on to those for so long, but they finally bite the bullets and decide to annex them, which good or bad for them, depending on who you ask. Next up, Norway and Russia are going to work together to jump East Finland. And so far, so good. Finland was unprepared because they thought they were cool with their neighbors. And Sweden decides, hey, while we're here, let's invade West Finland. And West Finland is probably one of the weakest countries in Europe. So yeah, they managed to capture it with absolute ease. And they integrated into the Swedish Empire. Now back to the jumping of Finland. And Norway captures Karelia, and they cut off this peninsula over here that I should know the name of, but I don't. And the Finnish government surrenders because they don't want any more people to be killed in this mess, and they surrender. Now let's see how the Diamond Alliance is going to split East Finland up. I don't know why it took me so long to say that. And in this peace treaty, we see the splitting of East Finland by Norway and Russia. Pretty simple treaty. 50-50 split, I'd say. And both sides are happy. Next up, this South Sri Lankan Tamil state country, well, they have had no problem with India and actually like them, so they are going to make the decision to join up with them since they are so similar in culture and history, both coming from Azerbaijan. And India is happy with this. And the Indian leader is in a good mood, so they are going to go to the capital of Bangladesh to have talks. They are talking about something that you can guess in the comment section, but it will be important later, is all I'll say about that talk they have. Next up, the Red Team and the French Union are going to begrudgingly work together to explore the rest of Why is it blue? Okay, I'm fixing that real quick. Okay, fix it. Now, as I was saying, the red team and the purple team, the French Union, are going to begrudgingly work together to explore the rest of mainland South America. And they make it down and they decide to split up with the French Union and exploring what's east of the Andes Mountains, discovering the Falklands and St. George Island and Sandwich Island as well. And the red team does their part and they explore the rest of modern-day Chile, and now are going to meet up in the capital of Slovenia to discuss how they are going to divide up the rest of South America. And it is going to be divided like what I'm about to show. And they decide on this, is with the red team getting basically all of modern-day Chile, and the French Union getting all of Argentina, and Wales basically getting Bolivia and Paraguay. So yeah, all of South America is filled in, so please your eyes. Next up, Norway is going to make a push into Ellesmere Island to explore more of the northern Canadian islands, and the purple team is going to do something, and they're going to decide to help Norway in the push to explore all of the northern Canadian islands, and they successfully do so, with them managing to work out all of this. And they managed to make a landing over here and make a landing on Victoria Island, and this island I should probably know the name of, but I don't for some reason. And the purple team decides to explore westward, and they make an agreement to this. So, hooray! And now Scotland is going to discover Hawaii. So I fun I add that little detail around for no reason. But yeah, a push is made to explore all of the remaining undiscovered land, and most people focus on the northern coast and this lake right here and this lake as well, that both I should probably know the name of since I'm a geography nerd, but I don't. And the Irish help out as well, and it's basically only a matter of time till they explore all of this. Now we're going to have a second North American conference to decide how this land is going to be split up. And the agreement is and they decide to agree on these borders. They look really ugly, but what can you do? Norway gets all of the northern Canadian islands. The purple team had a claim on this, but they decide to give it up to appease their newfound ally. And Scotland got most of what Manchuria claimed because Scotland was like, I'm gonna boss you around, and there's nothing you can do about it. And Manchuria is unhappy about the border signs, but like Scotland said, there's nothing they can do about it for now. And yet, the Irish just got what they want. No big deal right there. And most of the European powers decided to explore all of Australia, and now they're going to have a conference to see who gets what and who doesn't get anything. And the scramble for Oceania takes place, with Red Team getting all of the Pacific Isles. Norway gets New Zealand for some reason, and everybody gets their respective claims over Australia, and Ireland gets a bit of those Indonesian islands, and the actual Indonesian countries are not happy about this at all. And we might see that into play in a future episode. But for now, all the colonizers tell them to suck it. Next up, Norway is going to start to make an invasion on South Sweden. And South Sweden, they were not expecting this, but they can actually hold ground, unlike Sápmi. And they hold down their capital, but Norway captures their major city, and Sweden and seizes this as an opportunity to gain more land. They make a landing on Gotland and see that major city there, and it's a full-blown collapse on South Sweden's part, and they surrender. And the splitting of South Sweden looks like this. Pretty simple. Norway gets the west half, Sweden gets the eastern half. Bada bing, bada boom. Then it's about peace for a while. Nothing major happens, and everybody's at peace with each other. It's a nice. It's now the year of 1888. It's a bit of a chilly day, for most countries, and the weather is overall pretty nice. And then some interesting events start to occur. It's about 11 a.m. and the Russian army finishes its mobilization. 11:30 a.m. South Azerbaijan is sending spies into northern Azerbaijan due to suspicious activity around the border. 12 p.m. The French Union's naval warfare cadets are set to go and ready to deploy at any moment. 12:30 p.m. The Arabian leader's cabinet is called into a meeting talking about military expeditions. 1 p.m. Korea declares a state of emergency. 1:30 p.m. Vietnam advises citizens at the north of their country to evacuate. 2:30 p.m. Moldavia's military has finished its daily mobilization on a testing ground, and now they are ready to attack any nation if president orders it. 3 p.m. Libya declares a state of emergency. 3:30 p.m. Slovenia declares a statement and that any citizens on the west side of their country should leave immediately. 4 p.m. The Red Iberians start to heavily tax imports and exports through the Strait here in the Mediterranean Sea. 5 p.m. The Turkic Union's navy has officially finished its mobilization. 5:30 p.m. Sweden's aerial fleet is ready to deploy. 6 p.m. Arabia demands that the Red Iberians stop taxing the Mediterranean Strait. 7 p.m. The Red Team receives an ultimatum right on their doorstep, reading that if you don't stop taxing the Strait in the Mediterranean Sea, a set of countries will attack you. 8 p.m. The Red Team he sends the ultimatum right to Arabia and shows them it. And and Arabia thinks about it for a minute, and then they ask the Red Iberians to lift taxation and on just the Square Alliance, and but not to lift the taxation of any foreign square team in country. And the red team agrees with the Arabians. 7:30 p.m. We're going back in time a bit. And the French Union announces that some of their cities have been bombed by a foreign country. And you want to know who it is. 9 p.m. The infrastructure of the cities blown up by the bombers are not doing so hot right now. And the French Union then finds the culprits, and they find Diamond Team technology. 9:30 p.m. Even more bombings of cities in the French Union continues happening, and they send an ultimatum right to the doorstep of the Diamond Alliance. They claim that if they don't stop giving in these bombers technology, that the Circle Alliance will declare war on the Diamond Alliance. And this ultimatum goes right on the doorstep of Slovenia's leader. 9:45 p.m. Slovenia shows the leader of the Purple Team in the ultimatum that the French Union sent to them. And the Purple Team, being the leader, I guess you could argue that Russia's the leader, but I'm just going to say that they are the leader or second in command. And they are going to think about this for a moment. And they will go right to the doorstep of the French Union and send them an ultimatum back. 9:50 p.m. The ultimatum of the French Union reads that they will not stop the bombers, and they say that they are doing this because of terrorist attacks recently in their country, and the French Union denies these claims. And the French Union commands that the Circle Alliance declares war on the Diamond Alliance. And so be it. The French Union enters troops inside of Slovenia, officially starting World War I, aka the War of the Crafts. World War I is called the War of the Crafts, as technology local to one alliance is now going to be used against the other. Each alliance has their own set of different technology that the other alliance still doesn't have, giving this World War I the name War of the Crafts. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of WICSO. Please leave a like and subscribe, smash the notification bell, smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.